Okay. Mm. Okay. So we have discussed the models and seeds deeply, and today we are going to discuss on the snapshot. Okay, what is snapshot and what exactly it does, and what is the use of snapshot, that we will discuss today. Okay. Maybe you might have know earlier, regarding the SCD type 1 and type 2. Okay, SCDs means what? In data warehousing concepts, okay, we already know SCD types of SCDs. Okay, SCD type 1, SCD type 2, and SCD type 3. And recently we have a different types of SCDs as well. Okay, so even if you go and search in Google, okay, types of SCDs, you will get types of SCDs in DWH or data warehouse. If you search like this, okay, you will get many different types of SCDs. Okay, in that mainly we use type 1 and type 2 generally. Okay, but now we have a different usages, like see type 2, type 3. There are many things, but mainly it is a use case. Okay, how you are tracking the history, the history of the data. Okay, that is very important actually. Okay, now we are here also. What we need to do, for example, let me open a notepad. So now I have a one person. Okay, let's take a Raghu. Okay, so Raghu first, I mean first he studied in, so okay, employee here, all ticket number or anything, Aadhaar card, anything. Okay, he is the key identifier, and Raghu is studied in, okay, Rajoli, for example. And after the period, okay, Rajoli, okay, and start date and end date. Let me give the header names, for example, serial number and name, hmm, and place and start date and end date. Okay, this is how we have the data. Now Raghu 1, okay, Raghu, places Rajoli, okay, start date, I mean from starting of the birth, for example 2005, 2005 to till 10th class. 10th class means 15 years. Okay, so 5 and 15, you just if you add, right, 2020 for example. Okay, like this with the month and date. After that, okay, this Raghu, he moved to some other place, like he moved to Hyderabad. Okay, currently if we are using SCD type 1, SCD type 1, what it does, it will keep only the latest information. Okay, it means this is your data which is already received, and the data, okay, and data was loaded into your final table. Here is your final table, consider. Now it got changed. Okay, it got changed to some other place, for example now Hyderabad. Okay, he changed to Hyderabad. Now start date will be changed again. Okay, 2020, and till date, end date won't be there because still he is there in the Hyderabad location. Okay, so null or something 2099, like this we will keep it. So once the data loaded into the final table, then what it does, same serial number and serial number, right? So what it does, based on the key column, it will override the record. It means first it will delete the record, and then this record will be inserted again. So you will not find any history where he was earlier. Okay, you will find this information currently where Raghu is present. Okay, like this, based on the key column, okay, you can find the latest information in the SCD type 1. So some other person is there. Okay, some other person, Hanif, he is in Bangalore, for example. Now from 2015 to till date, for example 2019. So this data also it will come, and there is no matching record, right? So this will be inserted as a new record like this. Okay, whenever you see this 20999, so this is your default date, or you can keep any null. So whenever it is matches, then only it will update the record, otherwise it will not. For example, okay, some other day you got this and he moved to, for example, he moved to Rajoli. Then what will happen? This data will be overwritten here. You will not find this. Okay. So similarly, we need to build a logic to update the SCD type 1, SCD type 2. Okay. So in data warehousing, we need this kind of logic to be implemented. Why we need this? Because so it is use of business use case actually. Okay. In real time, we need this kind of a logic to implement. We definitely, because any project you take, okay, there should be a SCD type. There should be a SCD type, whether it may be type 1, okay, whether it may be type 2, whether it may be type 3, okay, it may be some other way, okay, type 4, we can take type 4. Yeah, we have a different types. Generally, we use only type 3, okay, but sometimes we may need to use case based on the use case, we need to build a type 4 also, but finally you will be maintaining the information, okay, to track that. So type 2, you know already, entire data we can keep in the SCD type 2. So this will have one surrogate key and one unique key. Okay. Whenever same data received, the surrogate key will be inserted. Okay. When we discuss SCD type 2, we will discuss that one. So for now today, what we will do, we will implement the logic, SCD type 1 in Snowflake, sorry, in DBT. How it is easy. To be frank, in DBT, it is very simple actually to build the SCD. Really, it is very simple. Just some configuration and something you need to do. That's it. Okay. So this we can implement. So that is the reason what they have done. They have created a model. Okay. One is model and another one is seeds and another one is a snapshot. Okay. This snapshot, what it does, it will perform mainly for SCDs. Okay, and they are already we know models we can use the to convert a raw data to transformation data. We can convert into transformation. Okay, with the proper data, transform with proper data from the raw data. And already we know sheets we have used to create a to load the CSV file into table. Right, we know already. So today we will discuss the snapshot. Okay. Before that, okay, I need to log in the Snowflake because I think I can not able to access the Snowflake because my Snowflake access got maybe removed because expire already. I mean, my license got expired, I guess. Okay, that we will see later. For now, we just to go through one by one in the document. Okay. So here, if you see, this is something, a snapshot is a way to capture and preserve the state of the table at a specific point of time. This is nothing but your changes you are going to capture. Okay. This is particularly useful for tracking slowly changing dimensions where you want to maintain historical record of changes to data over time. Okay. This is okay to do that. Okay, so already if in visual, let me open this Visual Studio. So let me close this snapshot. Here already we have a folder. Okay, in case if you don't any point folder or in Linux you are using, then use a mkdir -p snapshot, create a folder. Okay, create the snapshot directory. If you don't already have a snapshot directory in your DBT project, then create one. Okay, in case if it is already there, you don't require. Generally, you don't require to create any snapshot folder, because already whenever you are going to take care of the DBT project, right, your admin team will create everything. Or else when you when you initiate the DBT, right, at that time it will create a necessary folder. Okay, that is one thing. And then coming to the creating the file. Okay, we need to create a file, right, to create the logic. Okay, so for that, what we have to do, in you see here, I have taken the touch command. Why I have taken touch command? Because this is on-premise DBT software, whatever we are using framework, right? So this one we need to create a file. So in Visual Studio, we don't require to use the touch command. In case if you are using any Linux, then you have to use the touch command. Otherwise, directly go here and right click and create the file. Simple. Right click, new file. Or if you want to create any folder, yes, create the folder and implement the logic. Simple. Hmm? So now here, okay. Now with the snapshot SQL code, we can see how we need to write a snapshot code. So here, what you need to do first of all, you need to define a table and a snapshot. You mean what is here meaning here is the snapshot means you are defining the snapshot logic, so that we need to define this is the syntax. Okay, this is the SQL query, SQL file name, and this is the snapshot which we are going to use. And this is our config information. So target schema, which schema we are going to use, what is the unique key ID. Okay, these things we need to provide actually. Let me put down this one. Okay, now you see. Okay, so here you will be creating a one configuration details. So under configuration details, you will be giving the target schema where you want to store the data. And this is the schema. If the schema does not exist, it will create the schema. Unique key. Okay, to identify the column. So here we have a key column, right? Serial number is the key column here. So we are going to use that as. And then strategy. Strategy is nothing but it will check the timestamp whether it is changed or not. And update date. If you want to use any update date, yes, you can use the update date also. Okay, so that is how you need to. And here these are all options. Okay, so option timestamp or check, you can write both. We will discuss timestamp and as well as check command also we will discuss. And once you define this configuration details, and then you will be preparing the query here. Okay, select ID, name, create date. Okay, create it and update it from source schema dot source table endpoint. Okay, so you have end snapshot. Sorry, you have opened here snapshot, right? Here you have opened a snapshot. Then you need to close the snapshot. So in PLSQL, you know, right? We use a begin and end, right? So whenever you write a stored procedure, what you do? You will be after creating a stored procedure, create replace. Okay, create or replace procedure, procedure name, procedure name, and you will start begin, and then compulsory you will be ending up this begin, right? Similarly, here also what you do, okay, you will be using curly braces, okay, and then percentage, snapshot, snapshot, snapshot space, your query. So you are giving the file name, like for example, my first uh, my first snapshot, for example, hmm, dot SQL. Then you have to give, already we know, right? Similarly, we need to define this after space and a percentage. You just close with the curly braces, and then you end up the first as a experienced developer. Okay, you need to give like this, and end snapshot. Okay, after that, this is how you need to write. Experienced guys, you will be writing like this. First, you will be defining the snapshot and my first snapshot, and then end snapshot. In under the head, okay, then you will be giving the config file. Okay, so config and open bracket, close bracket. Okay, and then you define a target schema and blah blah things. After that, once you give, you can write a select query, select star source. So this is how you need to write. Hmm? So that right, whenever you start, right, you will not forget this. Otherwise, sometimes you started with the snapshot and you will create a still here, and then you will forget to close this and your query will fail again. So as a experienced guy, okay, first start with this one and then start with the configuration and then query. Okay, this is the step you need to follow. So first snapshot definition. Okay, and then configuration definition. Okay, and then close the snapshot. Sorry, select query and then close the snapshot. So you need to follow like this. Okay, so this is how you need to. So now what we do, let's create a one snapshot query. New file. Before that, I have to load the data into a table. But anyway, we have a sheets, right? We will use the that sheet to create. Okay, and let's see, customer CSV we have, right? We will use the customer name and customer date. And I'm creating here my okay first, but later we need to give a, when we do actual real-time project, right? We need to give a proper name. My first snapshot SCD or anything, just SCD. Type dot SQL. Okay, so now you just go here. Okay, first define this. Why this came here? So here I'm defining snapshot, right? So use this percentage snapshot. Okay, and then take the name of this one. And then percentage. Okay, this is one thing you have completed. And then config. Okay, open bracket, and then give the details. So I'll just copy paste, but later I will change the schema and everything as per my standards. So here I forgot to give this open bracket. See, okay, like this config target schema. Let's give like this. Okay, like this. So just I'm giving the like this target schema ID and then I know, right? So my query select What else I have here? Customer CSV, customer ID, customer name. I will take these columns. Okay, and I will write here. So when you use this visualization, Visual Studio, right? That is the very much easier actually from. Okay, and schema name. I need to define a schema, right? Just I'll give just a schema name. Okay, and customer. Like this, I'll create. Okay, and then customer table, and then end the schema. Okay, percentage. Okay, and a snapshot. That's it. So this is very simple query. Okay, so then we will practice actual SCD type 1 and type 2 later in the classes. Okay, now I have given this one, that is fine. First of all, let me see. Okay, what a snapshot the schema I have given here, right? But I need to check whether still I can able to access a Snowflake or not. So I created a code. So even if you can refer here also, see, I have just used the same and then end snapshot. Okay, so here if you see snapshot configuration parameters, whatever we have given a parameters, right? So this is called a parameter. We are passing the values, right? So the schema where the snapshot table will be created. I mean, where you want to create a snapshot table. Unique key, the column that uniquely identifies each row. So here we have defined. So if you have a one column as a key, yes, you can give, or else you can give a two columns, then it will identify based on the two columns. And a strategy, determine how DBT track changes, either timestamp or checks. And a timestamp, use the timestamp column to determine the changes. That is one thing. And check, use case checksum or hash to detect the changes. Okay, this is one thing. Now, okay, so we have an updated column to use with the timestamp, strategy for check, and how you will run, that we know already. How to run, how we have ran the models, right? Similarly, we need to run here also. So first, now let's go to the Snowflake. So where I have this one. Hmm. Let me try to open this one. If I'm able to open, then fine. Otherwise, I'll create a new one. Azure. Incorrect. Okay. Enjoy your free trial. Enjoy your free trial. Okay, still I think I have a access. Let's see, but I'll go to the schema here. DBT schema. Okay. We have a DBT schema. Okay. Under DBT schema, I have a table called a customer. So under customer, if you see here, it is asking payment now. Okay. See? Who will pay the money? I don't want to do. So we'll create a new account. Okay. Then what to do, what to do. I will log off this one and then we'll create one sign out. I don't have a money to pay. Enough. Okay, again, let's start with this 30 days 400 watt. Okay. Let me create one dot UST. Oh, sorry. First name Hanif, last name UST company UST. Hey, is it saying? What is this? Company mail ID. Okay. Hanif dot that email. Okay. Company UST role of data scientist, data engineer, India. Continue. I will use for now Microsoft Azure. Okay. Central calling. Okay. Get started. Just agree. Okay. Great. What is this saying? Motorcycles. I can see here motorcycle. I can see here, here, here. This one and this one. Verify. Were you sign up for a portal? Companies content. Why are you signing? Companies concerns like personal learning development, training certification. Continue. Why are you? What will you use Snowflake? Build a terminal Snowflake. Oh, dun, 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 dun. Select your preferred language. Okay. Okay. Now, if it is disconnected, then please join again. Huh? Use other. How do I do that? DBT underscore DBT demo DBT demo DBT. Why? First activate demo DBT. Okay. I'll give as DWS tech only. Okay, as a DWS tech. Okay, skip for now. Now here the path account ID we have right here. This account ID I need, okay, to update in my YML file here. Okay, not I think not here. Sorry, in the DBT folder. And DBT in profile. Okay, so I will change here. Account ID I have to change, save it, and then remove. Okay, I have changed this, and now first I will run this customer. Okay, under customer I will add one more column, timestamp. Create underscore date. Create it. And this is no, I will not do here. I will create like this. Okay, leave it this as it is, and then okay, here I have done customer ID, and I have used here where is my model. First I need to load that into seats, right? So it will load, then I have to create a okay, first let me create the seats. So before that, demo everything is same, just I have changed the path. Okay, now let me run this. Okay, DBT seats hyphen select customer. I think in double quotation we need to give customer. Yes, first I'm creating a table, 3 models, first. Okay, compilation object does not exist. So why it is failed, we have to see now. Okay, schema database error while listing schema does not exist. Okay, so this we will create. Like how we created, right, a DBT DB and all. Same like this we'll create here.